Hello and welcome here to the seaside as we come to Bridlington Town versus Stocksbridge Park Steels in the Northern Premier League East. I'm your commentator today, Adam Allcroft. We are sponsored by Jason Rawson Carpet Fitter and Supplier, and we're looking forward to what will hopefully be another great game of football here today. So, the last time the Steels here was back in April, where despite losing, we sealed our place in the playoffs. It's a very different mood around Stocksbridge as we come to the match today. We are in the bottom two at the moment. The first time we've been there for, well, many years. And with many games being called off today due to the weather. Storm Kieran has had its effect on the non-league calendar. We're hoping to take advantage of those other teams not playing today to move out of it and have that psychological boost that comes with it. But against the Brilliant side, that is far more used to. But we are going to stop briefly because there is going to be a ceremony for Remembrance Day. So we are going to allow this to take place in silence and hopefully be able to pick up the sounds of it as we go. A fantastic and well observed minute silence and pre-match ceremony of the local veterans here at Bridlington Town. Fantastic to see. A young girl laid the wreath of poppies out as well on the centre circle. Fantastic to see. It's Bridlington's last home match before Remembrance Day, and it's a town with a proud military tradition, and they have shown that within their football club this weekend. So we are now preparing for the match itself. So we're just having our officials today, Matty Wright and his assistants, Jack Wilkin and Luke Tompkins, just doing the final handshakes with our captains. Jordan Lemon is leading Stocksbridge out today, and we will go through the lineups now for you. So for Bridlington Town, it's James Hitchcock in goal, then Ben Lewis, Jack Walters, Pete Davidson, James Williamson, Jack Bullis, Ali Aldemir, Ellis Barkworth, Lewis Dennison, Andy Norfolk, and George Harrison. Their bench is Mark Wayne, Tom Algar, Alex Markham, Glenn Sarney, and Finlay Southcote. The team for Stockbridge today is Ben Townsend in goal. Bailey Ty Baker comes in, who plays Elliot Murray. And it's Jack Tinker, Luke Hogg, Charlie Oakley, Jordan Lemon, who's the captain today. The first time he's captained the side since March's loss against Worksop Town. Curtis Davis makes it, and Basil Zotos, who comes in for the suspended Jack Watson. Substitutes are Mikey Roxburgh, Jack Dolman, potential debutant Riley DeSena, Ollie Novak, and another potential debutant, Tommy Marshall. Referee just doing his final checks, and here we go. So the game kicks off. Bridlington get us underway here in the all-red kit, kicking from left to right, while Stocksbridge Park's heels in the yellow shirt, blue shorts, and blue socks kicking from right to left. Poole gets on the left-hand side, gets passed through to Zotos, and the offside flag will stop him on what was actually looking like a pretty decent attack then. I understand what we have been going a bit on online, offline. We are trying to adjust with the settings to try and limit disruption today, but unfortunately the signal here is not the best. We saw for that last April and the previous March as well, but we will look to do what we can. So just a free kick for Bridlington here. James Hitchcock taking this. Hitchcock will send it over to the left wing here, headed away by Hogg and then headed on by Davis. Zotos gets onto it. Good little footwork from him to escape the tackle. Passes it back to Hogg, who tries to get it to the wing, but it's intercepted by Harrison. He can only head it out to play. It'd be a throw-in to Stocksbridge on this right-hand side. So it just in the midfield, we've lost it to Bridlington there, despite Davis's hard work. Goes back into their own defence before it's sent long here. Oglesby will try and keep it covered, though he is being followed by Dennison. Dennison gives him a push over, and the free kick will be given here. So it's back with Townsend. He'll get his first proper touch of the ball now. So we are, I know we might just be a bit in and out today, so keep faith with us even with that. But we will try and keep adjusting the settings to try and make it a bit more consistent this stream, and we won't go out. Zotos is chasing us on the right-hand side. He's going to win the ball off Harrison. Back it goes here to Lemon, who tries to send it long, but he can only send it out of play. Seems kind of fitting we're facing a team with George Harrison in it. It's the week after a new Beatles single was released. Well, how many Beatles songs can we fit in with George Harrison there on there? Certainly means that our chairman, Graham Furness, is going to have a few suggestions for the headlines. And it's given me like 90 minutes to think of them as well. Anyway, Baker throws it in, finds Davis, who gives it back to him and sends it long, but headed away from him. It's an aerial battle which Hogg wins. It heads it to O'Connor. O'Connor spreads it out to Poole. He has to just stop his run to get to it, though. Poole cuts inside. Poole's going to take the shot. Look for the bottom corner, and it's going to go for a corner kick. A touch from Hitchcock. Just pushes it wide. I think he did have it. It was going wide anyway, but Hitchcock just not feeling certain about it. Early corner for the Steels. We are 2 minutes into this one, and Poole with an opportunity for the corner. So Poole set pieces haven't really been up to standard over the last few games, but see if he can improve. It's a good looking one though, to the far post, headed up into here by Bullis, and then Davis has his pass blocked by the referee, but then it goes to Poole and then it's stopped afterwards. The pass, so bit of a someone will one day clarify the rules of what happens when you hit the referee, because it seems to. But it will be a contested ball between the two. Well, wins out. Davis will get it, rolls it back to Tinker. Tinker then spreads it wide to Poole on the left-hand side here. Poole gets his pass to Davis. Davis looks to turn. He's forced backwards here. Goes to O'Connor now, who will have to recycle it back to Lemon in central defence. And now he will give it over to Baker on the right. Stocksbridge trying to spread play about. Baker trying to get the pass through. By Davis, leaves it to Zotos. Zotos running at the defence. Plays it off to Poole. Takes a touch. Takes a shot. And it's not far wide of the left-hand post. Rawson is appealing for something. I don't know what, but that's just what Rawson tends to do right sometimes. Hitchcock will now take this goal kick. Stocksbridge having a bright start to this game so far. On ball forward here. Going over the top, then headed on Bridlington, but goes back to Ozzy, who will return this. Rawson will look to hold it up, but he can only chest it to his right-hand side. Davis wins it all. Then goes to Zotos. Zotos is going to run at his man here. Zotos lays it off to Davis on the right. Good run by Davis. Looks to get past the man, but it's good defending by Walters, who blocks it out his left, and it's going to be a corner kick. So it's a good opportunity for Stockbridge this time from the right-hand side. You can see that Sam Leary on our fans there is giving some extra words to Poole before he takes this corner. And we wait for it. Poole makes his gestures and will look to put it into the centre, but it grabs off the post, and then Tinker slices it. Oglesby tries to stop it. Slide and challenge for Oglesby is going to be penalised because he mistimes it and he takes the man out rather than getting anywhere near the ball. And if only Tinker had hit that cleanly, maybe we'd have had his first goal for the club. Still waiting for that. It's almost 2 years since he signed for us from Brighouse Town now. It was Ian Richards' second signing. The first player that he didn't have previously managed, Curtis Turner, was Stockbridge's first. Back now with Hitchcock. As there's a lot of shouting at Hitchcock because he's taken it about 15 yards outside his box when the foul was inside the box. Referee Matty Wright has spotted that and has sent Hitchcock back. Have to look for his rear window to see whether it should be taken. Hitchcock sends this long here looking. It's going to be a battle in that central defence here, but Stockbridge to knock it out to Davis. He's had a bright start to this game. It's his first start for the club after signing from Long Eaton early on. Only cameo appearances from the bench for him so far. As Bridlington tried to make something stick up front, but they can't do so. Going to go back for a throw-in now for the Steels. 6 minutes gone in this game so far. And it is 0-0 between Stockbridge Park Steels and Bridlington Town. Stockbridge have the ball back, but they've just given it to Norfolk here, who's burst through. Norfolk go through. Good tackle by Oglesby here, but there's going to be a free kick it for a foul earlier on. I think Norfolk did get pulled by the arm in the build-up of that, and now Bridlington have a good opportunity to put a ball into the box. It's their first attack of the game, and it looked dangerous. Andy Norfolk here was just a perennial figure for Bridlington, and having a good run and showing why Bridlington keep him around for so long. Very close to the edge of the box, the corner of the box on that left-hand side here for the Seasiders. Other goal, Answorth a 3-1 up in the Sheffield Senior Cup against Wombwell Main. As we just wait for it, Norfolk is going to be the man on it. One of those where it could easily be a shot or a cross. Here it comes, it's going to be a cross looking for the far post. Townsend just fills it and then gets it at the second attempt. Could have been a bad-looking one for Townsend, who returns after missing last Saturday's match, and now Stocksbridge go in the counter. Tinker tries to find Rawson with a pass, but it's intercepted. Cleared away by Bridlington. Oglesby will have that covered. Feels for Dennison being offside, but it won't matter because Oglesby goes straight and Dennison left it. Townsend will have it now. Passes it out to Oglesby. Seems like we have sorted out these technical issues that lighter than the early part, so hopefully we'll be able to continue without many more problems. Oglesby will pass it back to Townsend. Takes a touch. Dennison is going to charge in, and he's not too far off Dennison there. Lemon gets the ball now. Sends it forward. Looking for Davis there, who's gone onto the right wing, but it's headed away from him to O'Connor. Actually, Baker there, nice to Zotos. Zotos on the right. Looks for the run of Baker. It's a good run. Baker puts the crossings behind Rawson, though, and Lewis comes to clear. Townsend's having a few shouts there. It's back with Stockbridge, who tries to tackle play, but then a good tackle going in from Harrison there, and it's out to play for a Stocksbridge throw. Good start from Stocksbridge so far, just getting that final ball lacking at the moment. As it's back to Baker and touch it into the middle to Davis. One touch pass to Rawson, who's tackled, and it's going to go to Davidson here. And then he's tackled by Hogg, and it's going out for a throw on the left-hand side. Just beyond the halfway line and into the Stocksbridge half. Lewis comes over to take this. Quite a few games called off today, but we have had our first in the Northern Premier League East Grand from a 1-0 down to Ashington. Connor Thompson has scored from the spot. And Baker can only head that one backwards as the bottom ball goes forward. So it's going to be a corner kick to Bridlington. Do make sure to comment in our YouTube chat if you want to get involved today. We do try and shout out the majority, if not all, of the people who comment. So it does actually help the stream because it gets more noticed on people who subscribe to us. And we have got just under 400 subscribers nowadays on the YouTube channel. Here comes Norfolk's corner going in, and Bridlington do it the first header, but it only sends it further wide. They're going to chase it down on the right wing, though. Here's a good ball in by Lewis, but actually Townsend claims it. A bit more of a gust of a wind, could have taken it in, but Townsend had it covered in the end. Townsend sends it long. You're looking for Poole, who just misses his head. It's going to go beyond him, and it's a throw into Hansworth. Now, Hansworth to Bridlington in their own half. Just because I read Hansworth on Twitter, so I'm scrolling through the various news. Grimsby Borough have taken a shot lead up at Hebburn Town as well. Harvey Tomlinson has scored. Ball goes in here, and then tackle goes in, and it's going to go out of play immediately. Could be Stocksbridge throwing. Tinker will have the throw here. Throwing it down, but intercepted, and can't be kept in, though, by Lewis, so it'll be back to another throw. Stocksbridge looking to see if they can hold possession for a bit and cause a problem in the Bridlington defence. King throws it down to Rawson, gets caught under his feet a bit. He escapes his marker really well. Tries to find the run of O'Connor, but a bit of a deflection stops him in the path. O'Connor is able to get to it, though. He's been crowded in the corner, though, and then he's actually kept it in just really well, despite some good defending. And then here comes across, looking for that far post. Baker trying to go in for the header. Head away, goes for Poole, who's going to hit a volley more high up into the air than it is long. And then Bridlington just about clear it away. He goes to Dennison here, who gets beyond Oaksby. Oaksby did try to trip him there. And it's a really good pass to Harrison. Harrison goes through, takes a shot, and it's well saved by Townsend. Harrison will be really disappointed with that. The fans were all ready to shout, "Love me do," but in the end, Harrison can't get it beyond Townsend. Good opportunity for Bridlington, not taken. And now Stocksbridge will look to try and get the counter, but that should be covered by Bullis, and now it's back to Hitchcock. He's just going to carry it out there. Sends it long and then headed on, but only back for Lemon to clear. It gets caught in midfield by Bridlington. O'Connor missed the header. And then Tinker just missed that tackle. Goes through to the number 7 here, who tries to get beyond Townsend. It's Ali Aldemir who tried to get beyond Townsend, but Townsend made a great save with his leg, and it's a corner kick. Hello to Ross Goodwin, who's listening on the commentary today. Hey, captain here, not who's number 8 shirt is being taken by Alex O'Connor, but it's a corner for Bridlington, another one on today. Norfolk will head over to take it over to the right-hand side of us here. Ross saying, "Come on, Steels, good luck. Townsend score, Luke." Well, now it's going to be defend Luke as Norfolk puts the cross in, looking for that far post. Rawson gets ragged down to the ground and gets a free kick for it. It's typical for Rawson. He does seem to attract more wrestling moves than the majority of players for whatever reason. And Townsend just getting back to his feet here slowly. I'm going to talk to the referee at the same time. If Townsend does struggle with injury for whatever reason, Richards just got jeering from some of the home fans there for just weird. Sort of things that you might not know about this ground, Bridlington, if you've never been. The Bridlington Rugby Union Club is basically next door. We can see they're standing more familiar and nicer colours of the blue and yellow. And you just see a rugby ball just hover over the fence every so often because there is a game currently going on over there. Lemon's just sent a ball along. He's looking for the run of Davis, but well defended by Lewis. Gives it over to Davidson, but well tackled by Zotos before Bridlington clear it way down again. Lemon's going to have to trap back and he's under challenge from Dennison. Pass it back to Townsend. Almost a dangerous one. Townsend has to rush out. Clears it way well, though. Goes back to Davidson here, who's going to charge down this left-hand side and he's going to look for the run, but well intercepted by Baker, who clears it down. Looking for Rawson over the top of him, though, and then cleared away by Bridlington's captain, Williamson, out for a throw-in now to Stocksbridge. We are 13 minutes gone in this game. It remains 0-0. Yes, Lemon is centre-back today, covering for Elliot Murray, who's not here. We will ask more questions of Ian of why Elliot's not here in the post-match interview. Throwing down the line, headed on by Rawson. Zotos trying to win the ball, but he's losing his fight to Lewis at the moment, to Williamson actually, and it will be cleared away. Looking for Dennison, though, and it goes out to play for another Stockbridge try. Pete Goldstraw bursts into a run to go get that ball. And now we've got the ball back. Anyway, Baker will have the throwing right in front of the Stocksbridge bench. Throw down the line. Look for Rawson, who heads it on, but it's only going to go back to Williamson, who will pass it back to Hitchcock. Takes a few touches. He's not going to be pressed. Stocksbridge not doing the pressing game today. Sent long here. Can only be headed backwards by Hogg, but Baker's had that covered, and Oglesby comes in and clears away. Deflected clearance, though. Norfolk lashes onto it, and then his pass forward is blocked out to play by Hogg, throwing for Bridlington in an attacking position. So after a bright start from Stocksbridge, Bridlington are coming more into it. And I think there was a try at the rugby game from the sound of it. On the left-hand side, Bridlington putting the cross in, blocked by their own man there, North. So being the good defender. As it's now here with Barkworth, who's looking for the run of Aldermere. Found it again, taking Mr. Tackle into the centre. It goes, and Bridlington are ahead. Goal from Ben Lewis.
And that's the third goal again. Goal scorer for Bridlington.
So it's a disappointment. Bridlington have been growing into over the last few minutes, and it's unfortunately the pass through over to Aldermere was missed by Tinker, and Aldermere put a really good cross in. Ben Lewis, who's pushed forward, is in the middle, hits it quite high and into the back of the net, and now Bridlington are ahead on the 15th minute, and Stocksbridge are once again behind, and it's going to be a hell of a battle to get back into it again. Ross will play a 4-3-3. No change in formation for Stocksbridge yet. 2 balls on the pitch is delaying us getting back underway. Oh, the second ball, by the way, is a rugby ball that's come over from the rugby union game, and James Hitchcock's just scored a conversion for them as well. I think we're getting it back over the fence. But the main news is that Stocksbridge are behind here due to a goal from Ben Lewis. As now it's Aldermere has on the right hand side, a foul, and Tinker not penalised there, but going to try to get to Norfolk, but good defending from O'Connor, and then it had to be a well-timed challenge from O'Connor. If he had connected him, man, he could have been easily sent off there, and in the end it goes back to Bridlington, and they've got through and got beyond Baker, and they got through. Here comes a shot. That's how that Townsend out for a corner. Bridlington are amassing. And it's another corner for Bridlington. Stocksbridge turned off in defence at the moment. And now it's a huge, huge fight for Stocksbridge to get back into it. There are some goals in other games to tell you about, but we will wait until this corner is done. Norfolk taking. Norfolk looking for the far post here and headed backward by Walters. He's going to be the first man on the right wing, though, close to the corner flag. Passes it back here to Barkworth. His cross blocked by Poole. It's another corner, this time from the right-hand side. Rich saying, have we actually won from a losing position this season? Yes, we won against Hallam a few weeks ago after being initially 1-0 down. So here comes the right side cross. We're looking for that far post. Straight header, and it's in the back of the Bridlington at 2. Going wrong for Stocksbridge right now. And it's the other fullback, Jack Walters, with a free header on the penalty spot, really. It's 2-0 to Bridlington, and it's not even that long here, and it's all gone wrong. It's just Ben Townsend is raging in the defence at the moment. He's really not happy with his defenders letting him down for that set piece, and Stockbridge will have a mountain to climb here on the seaside. So, after a really bright start for Stocksbridge, it's just all fallen apart in the defence, and now Rawson will challenge down the right-hand side. Rawson will pass it back now to Baker, tries to put a cross in, but it's blocked and cleared away. Hogg will get onto it first before it's a good clearance away again. Goes all the way back to Townsend. Goes long, headed away. Oglesby will watch that go out for a Stocksbridge throw. So yeah, the goals to tell you about elsewhere is that Pontefract are 1-0 up through Bailey Thompson. That's against Brighouse Town in a local derby. Ossett United are 1-0 on North Ferriby through Alex Peterson. Myron Gibbons then equalised for Brighouse, and it's 1-1 there now. Baker pushing forward here, going to Zotos, who's got his back to goal, trying to turn round his man, and he does lay it off to Baker. He's been followed by two men, Zotos, and Baker's going to try the left foot cross, looking for Poole, headed away by Bridlington, and then cleared away by Idemir to Dennison. And then now back to Idemir it goes, who continues forward and just going to run at his defence. Good back tackle from Ogilvie though, and now it's with Hogg, spread out to Tinker on the left-hand side, who carries it forward. Tinker continues straight forward, puts it into the middle, and then Davis will evade a sliding challenge, and he's got his back to his man, and he does well to evade another challenge. Looks for the run of Baker, but it looks like Baker's just about going to keep to it, tries to keep it in, and he actually can't get to it, and it's going to be a goal kick. Back now for Hitchcock to take. Stocksbridge 2-0 behind here. After 20 minutes, and a local FA Cup fixture, Stockport County are leading 1-0 against Worksop through Kaiki Wootton. Probably Kyle Wootton. I'm going to imagine the Worksop secretaries mistyped it into football web pages. As it is FA Cup first round group this weekend. And it's outplay for a Stocksbridge throw. On the right hand side, and Bridlington have got it back after that throw-in, but they knock it forward. Townsend will be the first onto it here. He clears it down away over, and Hogg will get it. He turns and then does some good footwork to get away from the challenge of Norfolk. He's going to carry it forward now before laying it off to O'Connor. Then lay back to Tinker on the left-hand side, and he finds Poole. Poole back to Tinker, who tries to beat it, but he miscontrols it and goes out of play here. And Bridlington moving quickly to take the throw initially, but then slow it down. Lewis will now take his time over this throw-in. Back to Lewis it goes. After the throw-in. Poole tries to tackle, but the pass goes beyond, passes to no one, and Townsend will come and collect it. Takes the touch here. Townsend, and then lays off to Lemon, who from a Stockbridge side rattled by 2 goals in about 3 minutes here for Bridlington. And lays it off for Baker. Baker tries the ball over the top for Rawson, who is down on that right wing, and he's done well to keep it in, but the second challenge from Davidson knocks it out of play for a throw-in. Zotos thinking about taking it quickly, and said he'll stop and lay it off to be for Baker. Baker throws it into Davis, and then back to Baker it goes. Then back to Davis, and Davis is trying to look for a pass. He hasn't got any on. He's forced to get back to Hogg, who then gives it to Davis, and Davis will have to go backwards again, this time to Oglesby. Oglesby crosses over the halfway line and passes to Tinker, and then to Poole on the left. Poole tries to put it in the centre, but misses his pass, and it's back in with Williamson, who clears it away. Hey, Lemon here will get to be the first to pass it back to Townsend. Another one that almost fell short, and Dennison were challenging, but in the end, Townsend was able to clear away, but now it's all the way back with Hitchcock. So it's currently 23 minutes gone, 2-0 to Bridlington Town. Goals from Ben Lewis and Jack Walters have the Seasiders ahead at the moment, as Stockbridge just get a free kick inside their own half. Norfolk pulled down Luke Hogg there for the free kick. Quick one to Tinker, and it's actually going to be told not that that's not allowed, and it's going to be the free kick is going to be retaken. Townsend will come up to take it. He's going to lay off short to Oglesby, and then cross all the way back to Lemon in central defence today. At number 6. Through to Davis, back to Lemon again, and then Lemon tries to get through to Zotos, but that's intercepted by Walters, but he can't control it. Outplay for a throw-in, and Baker will come forward. I think Stockbridge do need to be a bit quicker in attack at the moment, because I think it has just sapped some of the spirit out of the side, going down 2-0 so quickly. Back in the middle, and then through to Zotos is looking to him, but he's going to be light up, and Baker will go forward. Baker looking for the cross, looking for Poole. Poole slides in, and it's almost in. Rawson tries to get him battered away by Hitchcock, and there's a free kick given for Rawson going in on the goalkeeper there. Rawson, who looks like he may have come off worse out of all that as well. Don't know how we just did not go in. It looked like there was a force field in the goal. Rawson not getting enough contact on his side, and Rawson is actually going to need treatment from our physio. Sam Ewens, who is wrapped up more than a mummy coming out here at the moment. Got every bit of Stocksbridge related merch on, I think. Works up town of equalising in Stockport County through J. Rollins. And it's just we're having a delay. Luke Rawson remains down injured, having stretched to try and knock that ball in. In the end, he did get a touch on the ball, but he also got touch of the keeper, and that's always going to be a free kick. So we're just having this brief stoppage here while Sam Ewens has treatment to Luke here. And hopefully he'll be fine to continue. Stockbridge's leading scorer of 10 goals. Isn't really an out-and-out striker on the bench to replace him. You'd expect either Ollie Novak or Tommy Marshall, who's come on loan from Chesterfield, to come on if Rawson can't continue. And this stoppage, the longer this stoppage goes on, the more worried you get. See the goalkeeper James Hitchcock, who's standing with Luke, is messing over, and we are going to see a second physio coming on. These scenes are actually getting quite concerning. A second physio coming on to help treat Luke. That's Bridlington physio, so thank you to Bridlington for that. And it's been concerning. And can actually see I think that's a Bridlington coaching staff member coming over as well. He's now being sent back, I think, but this long treatment layoff here happening. It was with Rawson down there. Not sure what the actual injury is. I'm not sure what he's actually done. Whether, to be honest, I didn't think it was head because of just the way he was positioned. But it is just looking. I'm trying. I've just heard from the referee. I just can see as he's shouting that there's been something with Rawson's eye. So it's a cut to Rawson's eye. We're just hearing from the pitch. That's just needing some treatment on that. Hopefully means Rawson will be able to continue once the treatment's done. It's just been quite a lengthy stoppage. Jordan Lemon, captain, now just going to head over just to check on Luke as this treatment continues. So Jordan's now just over there by the Rawson on the goal line here as this treatment continues. Stockbridge 2-0 down. It will be disappointed with both goals. First goal kick was Ben Lewis. Aldemir's done a really good pass. Well, I mean, it was a nice pass to Aldemir. Tinker missed his sliding chance to try and block it. Aldemir put a great ball into the middle for Ben Lewis just to blast into the top of the net. And then 2-0. This is one Ian Richards will be most angry about. Ben Townsend was very angry about it. As Jack Walters just powered in a free header basically in the centre of the box to make it 2-0. Stockbridge had a decent start here. We are looking like we've just seen some warm-ups from the Stocksbridge bench here. We might see a substitute coming on for Rawson, who's been down for quite a few minutes now. I think maybe about 3 or 4 minutes. I think Rawson's been down. So the person I would expect to be coming on is Ollie Novak, just most because Novak knows the team a bit more, but. And Tommy Marshall, who's the other man on the bench. Rawson is up to his feet now and is going to head towards the sidelines, just being helped by Sam Ewens, the physio. Tommy Marshall actually looks like he might be coming on. That Jack Dolman, I think, is over there as well, looking like he might be able to come on. So just wait. You see Andy Ring is heading over to Luke just to check on him as he's now off the pitch. Stocksbridge will be temporarily down to 10 men while a substitute is seemingly being prepared. I think it might well be Tommy Marshall. About to make a much earlier debut than he would have expected today. And hopefully we'll get a check on Luke for the game. Might actually be Jack Dolman as well. So the benches are the quite opposite side of the pitch to us here. So it's Dolman coming on. So we're just waiting here because the substitute's going to have to wait now. So Stockbridge will play temporarily with 10 men. Still wait for this game to go on. We're going to have plenty of added time on in this first half after that. And Hitchcock now will send this long. Pool's moved into centre forward at the moment. And it's immediately just headed out of play by Stockbridge, trying to throw in here on that left-hand side. Stocksbridge, Ian Richards still wanting the substitute to happen. Andy Ring looks particularly irritated with it. As Bridlington head it into the box, Hogamin's going to have this covered and goes out to play for a goal kick. Looks like it's not going to be time. It's going to be Jack Dolman, the man who's coming on. I presume what's going to happen now is Thomas Poole moving to centre forward and Dolman put on left wing. North Ferriby have equalised against Ossett United. Danny Earle has scored there. North Ferriby are an opponents next week. But we still wait to see if this substitute is happening, and it's taking a while. This substitution to say we've been waiting for it for a minute, but it is Jack Dolman coming on, not the man you'd expected coming on for a centre forward, the left back, Jack Dolman. But that Dolman will take place will move into the left wing here. So the change is that Jack Dolman is going to go on the left wing and Poole moves into centre forward. Not long here by Bridlington after it was cleared away by Townsend, but Lemon's going to try and keep this one covered. Instead, he has to touch it and cover it away. It goes to O'Connor back into the middle and then all that out to Townsend in the end. Appeals for a back pass not given. I think I'd been screaming for that. It was the other way around. Emma Powell has equalised for Hebburn Town. 1-1 there against Grimsby Borough. Hull looks to win a ball and it comes off his hand and it's going to be a free kick to Bridlington. And now it's back for the Bridlington defence. So Williamson will take this free kick. Yes. We're just waiting to have this taken. Sent long here. Just had Ben Lewis saying, can we get the floodlights on? The goal scorer. Just back Bridlington have possession at the moment through Davidson, who's been forced backwards, but gets it now to Walters. He's put an early ball in, but Townsend claims it. Townsend looks to calm down his team before Stockbridge look to get this game back underway in a second. And sends it long here. Goes on, but Williamson will head it away, goes to midfield, and then goes to O'Connor, wins it in the middle, and he evades Norfolk, and then evades the Secretary, passes it over to Hogg. Hogg now will look for the run of Dolman. Dolman holds it down well now. Cuts on the inside, looks for the overlap of Hogg, but his pass is blocked. Dolman does get it back, and backwards it goes to Oglesby, then back to Dolman. Dolman here will look to get the pass through, deflect wide, and then it goes to Tinker really well. He needs an option in the middle. He's going to look to get it to the far where Zotos is, but head away for it can get to Zotos. Poole has gathered it on the edge of the area. Poole running at the fence, slips it through to Zotos. Zotos goes down for a slip. No penalty. It definitely wasn't one. And then Bridlington clear it away. Goes to Lemon, who looks to have the beater's man and gets it over to Baker. One touch pass here to O'Connor. O'Connor now going horizontal. Looks to get it to Dolman. Not a great pass, and Dolman loses the ball out to Lewis, who's had a very good game for Bridlington, and he gets it through, and then before he can get any further, Hogg comes in with a tackle. Throw in here on the halfway line for Bridlington. 33 minutes gone in this game, but we are expecting quite a few minutes at a time on in this first half. Lewis throws away, but it's going to be intercepted by Hogg. O'Connor tries to get it down the line, but then blocked by Barkworth. Tinker has the throw in. Now, Tinker throws it over to O'Connor, touch it back to Tinker. Tinker goes across it to Hogg, and Hogg will right-footed look for Baker, which behind him. Baker has to work hard to keep it in. He does keep it in. Baker will continue to go forward here, and he cuts in on the inside and looks for the run of Zotos, but he is blocked, and Bridlington have the ball back. Dennison holds it well for passing back in midfield, slice, clearance, and then another one from Lewis that goes high up into the air. Tinker will head up forward. Dolman heads it down to ground for O'Connor. O'Connor opens his body up. He's looking for a run. Zotos is screaming for it. He's not going to get it, though, and we're going to look from now. Zotos looks to have the beat in his man. Zotos slides it across goal and then touched away at the last moment by Bridlington. It's the best move of the game for the Steels here. It's gone out for a throw-in close to the corner flag. Great challenge there from Jack Bullis there, stopping Curtis Davies from getting to the ball. If it was, I think it would have been 2-1 here. Throwing is immediately given back to Bridlington, but then Hogg gets that pass back, gives it to Zotos here on the right-hand side, who is looking to turn here. Zotos tries a bit of fancy footwork, goes into the box, and he's trying to hold the ball up. He needs to get the cross in. He's kind of lost one over to far end, head away by Lewis. Key header away with Dolman hovering on the far-hand side, and then out for a throw-in. All the best movement at the moment in this game is coming from Zotos. And it feels like if Stocksbridge have got a key back into this game, it might be through him. Tinker with the throw here. Thrown here to O'Connor, then back to Tinker. Tinker gets it back to Dolman, and then back to Hogg. Bridlington's defence being really strong. They can just remain solid and not try anything too ambitious as O'Connor looks to switch play. Gets it to Davis, who tries to touch it back to Poole. Poole trips his man as he was going for it, and it's going to be a free kick. John Lemon not happy about that, but I think that was a fair decision from the referee. 203 people here today at Bridlington Town. Thank you very much everyone who's here, and to our travelling support who haven't really been rewarded yet. Back for Hitchcock, who sends it long, and it's going to be Norfolk who heads it on. Aldemir tried to keep it in, it's just a bit too far for him, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. So, in news from a local fixture, Sheffield Wednesday versus Bristol City, Barry Bannon has been sent off for the Owls. Tinker sends one long, but no one's there. Stocksbridge are going to have to change the style of play because, yeah, they do like to play long ball with Rawson as the target man a lot of the time, but with Rawson off, that's not possible now. Oh, ball's good. It's a throw into Stocksbridge now, right next to their own corner flag. Stocksbridge do clear away after their own throwing, but it's actually gone a bit wide. I think the gust has taken it there. Norfolk controls it well, but Davis has tackled really well. And Davis will look to get it long, takes a deflections ball, and that allows Lewis to get to it. Davis continues to try and be a problem for the defence, and eventually Bridlington are able to get it away. Oglesby will have this covered, and he's going to have to avoid being tackled here. No, Oglesby there has been made to look a bit daft because he can only knock out a play for a corner. So it's going to be a corner to Bridlington. On the right-hand side, the same corner which they scored their second goal of the game from. The defending will need to be a lot better for Stocksbridge. Bridlington have all their players except one on the edge of the area, and they're just slowly starting to move in. They have got Lewis Dennison inside the 6-yard box being marked by Tinker. And they're going to have a short option here with Davidson offering himself. Here comes Norfolk. He's going to right-footed send this corner in, looking for the far post and head away by Hogg, and then eventually cleared away by Davis. It's not a great one. He's sliced it a bit, and it's going to go back here for Aldemir, who's going to go down this left-hand side. Loads of space for him to work with. Slows it down, cuts in on his right, and then tries to find the overlap here from Harrison, but a sliding challenge from Hogg stops his movement out for a corner kick again. Another corner for Bridlington as they look to make a third in this game and really kill it off in the first half. In FA Cup scoreline, Stockport County are 2-1 up on Worksop. Wootton has scored a second of the game. Here comes Norfolk's corner, looking for the far post, headed up into there by Lewis, and it's going to be go out playing. Thought it was just going to bounce over the wall there, but just stays in the ground. Here goes to Tinker here, who takes it on the left-hand side, as Townsend played it short there initially. Now with Hogg. Hogg gets it through to Davis, takes a touch, cuts on the inside, gives it back to Tinker. Davis has been a busy man in that central midfield today. As Dolman here gives it back to Tinker, then puts it forward back to Davis, who has to stretch to keep it under control, but he does, and tries to lay it off to O'Connor, then gets it back. Davis decides to pull. Davis is offering himself as a runner. If Paul is thinking of the shot, he's going to then lay it off now to the right to Baker. Baker cuts in on his left foot cross is blocked, then back to Hogg. Hogg is going to take the shot. It's curling and well over. Some decent movement from some of the Stocksbridge forwards, but just nothing happening there at all, and it's going to go out for a goal kick eventually. 40 minutes gone in this game so far. Means 2-0 to Bridlington Town. Goals from Ben Lewis and Jack Walters. As Hitchcock sends this ball long. Head away by Oglesby. And then gets it to Davis. Dennison blocks that pass and it goes out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Baker will have this throw. Throws it to Hogg, then back to Baker, and he sends on forward. Zotos will try and chase it, but headed away. Only back to Poole. Poole will send a pass forward for Zotos to try and chase onto. Zotos gets to it. He's facing up with Bullis. He tries to go to the byline. He puts a cross in, but blocked, and it's out for a corner kick. Stocksbridge now have a corner kick on this right-hand side. It does seem like the times when Stocksbridge look like they can unlock the brilliance test is through Zotos. He's had a lot of criticism early on in his career, but he's at the moment the best player on the pitch for the Steels, which I suppose Pull here, putting the corner in and headed away though by Aldemir. O'Connor will be the first to it, and he's looks to recycle it, gives it to Lemon. He's the furthest man back for Stocksbridge at the moment, other than Townsend. Lemon then takes a short option to O'Connor. O'Connor coming down this left-hand side, got a few options here. He looks to cut in on his inside, pass it backwards now to Hogg. Hogg will look to switch it over to Poole, who's on the right-hand side, and Poole evades a tackle really well, and he'll look to go forward with it. Tries to pass through Dolman, tries the one-touch pass through, but then cleared away by Williamson. All the way back it goes now to Townsend. It's it through to Hogg, who carries it over the halfway line. Then back now to Lemon. Gets it through to Baker, who can't control it, and it's out to play for a Bridlington throw it. In the Sheffield Senior Cup, 10 minutes before the end there, Answorth have been pegged back a bit. It's 6-2 to Answorth again, Swunwell Main. As Walters prepares to take this throw, throw goes forward and headed on, and it goes to Aldemir on this left-hand side. He's going to cut in on his right, looking to get it on his right, but he forced further backwards, gives it to Barkworth. And then back to Aldemir it goes, but a good tackle goes in from Oakley, throw in that left-hand side, which looked like it was going to be taken quickly, but instead they're going to slow it down a bit more. Throwing going in now, but then it's going to be well won by Hogg, who then clears it away. Poole's going to see if he can turn this into an attack, but it's been first by Williamson, and he gives it back to Hitchcock, who clears it away. An offside flag is up for against Bridlington as that goes up. So free kick to Stocksbridge inside their own half. So Lemon will take it short to Oglesby. Oglesby gets it through to Jack Tinker. Hopefully you can't hear Ben Townsend's language. As the ball goes long here to Dolman. Dolman just can't control it well, and that eliminates his opportunity, but he's going to try and continue to work hard with it. Does well to keep it in, but in the end he's actually going to throw into Stockbridge's way, right near the corner flag. Dolman has done quite well on that left-hand side. Phone goes in towards Dolman, who has a beach man, tries to put a cross in, but blocked at the near post of the 6-yard box. Cleared only to Alex O'Connor. O'Connor gives it over to Tinker on the left side, back to O'Connor, who tries to get beyond him, man, but it's a poor touch from him, and he goes out for a throw-in to Bridlington. Townsend is raging at the back here, quite upset with the tempo of the team at the moment. So back here it goes with Lewis, who throws it long but headed back by O'Connor. So you just heard that 7 added minutes, all presumably for the Luke Rawson injury that took up so much time earlier on, as Zotos now has it on this right-hand side. Zotos cuts on the inside, but he is tackled. He's forced back with Zotos. He is going to bring that ball back. He's got Baker as an option. He's going to use Baker. Baker then cuts on the inside and back it goes. Goes through to Poole. Going to take the shot beyond the keeper, who makes a good save. Looked like it was just going to go past him there, but he's made a good save. He's out for a corner kick here. Thomas Poole with the effort. So another chance from a set piece, which Bridlington have been able to deal with pretty simply with at the moment. So we're going to press so many people forward. There's no one on the halfway line. Lemon's halfway up in the half. Low corner, look for the near post, but headed away at the near post. Tinker will head it over to side, but it could turn into counter-attack here because Bridlington are the ones who are running over the halfway line. Stocksbridge on their back heels. Davis slows him down, and Bridlington will continue to push forward. And then it's a great challenge from Charlie Oakley that stops it. Dolman looks to win it on the second, and he does. And then evades the tackle really well. Lays off for Tinker now. And can Stocksbridge turn this into their own counter? No, because Bridlington have got back, but O'Connor will push forward. Gets the pass through to Davis. Davis will lay it off now for the run of Zotos. And Zotos got a few options, but he's going to go with it himself. Cuts in on the inside. Tries to lay a pass through into the middle. One touch pass. Look for Zotos again. Slime challenge goes in. Blocks it. It's a good challenge. And it's going to be Bridlington who can carry it away. We stopped thinking there might have been a free kick there, but there isn't. And now there's another counter which Townsend's going to stop by rushing out to his goal, and he's going to send it long. Townsend is very upset at the moment, and Stocksbridge have just, I thought Stocksbridge got the free kick, but actually it's an offside and pull. I would not want to be in a changing room with Townsend in this half, I think, because he is very, very upset with the way Stocksbridge are playing. I think quite a few people are. Stocksbridge currently losing 2-0 to Bridlington Town. 2 minutes into 7 minutes of added time at the moment. In a Northern Premier League score in the FA Cup, Whitby Town are losing 4-1 to Bristol Rovers. As Hitchcock will take this one long now as it heads over to the left-hand side of the pitch. Oglesby will look to head it away, but he's headed beyond him. And then Tinker will can only kick it up into the air. He's going to have to try and win the second battle with Adamir here. He doesn't, goes back to him, but then Bartworth can't beat O'Connor. O'Connor looks to see if he can turn this into counter. Lays it off Poole, but he can't control it, and he's tackled by Davidson. All the way back it goes now to Hitchcock. Sent long by him. Baker comes off the back, though, of it goes now to Zotos, who's going to try and run at the defence. Zotos on the right wing, cuts in on the inside, a bit of trick footwork, and then he slows down, lays it off to Davis, who can't control. It's clear way Zotos looks a bit upset, but then Hogg wins it back. Great hard work from Luke Hogg there, but then it's all for naught because now Worksop have got it through North, and he's going to charge forward, and he's going to try and lay it off to the right-hand side, but the pass is not great, and Tinker intercepts, and back it goes to Townsend. This is not great from Stocksbridge so far, really. As it goes, Dennison has it on this left-hand side. He's going to try and find the run of Aldemir. It's just beyond him and out for a goal kick. 3 minutes gone in added time. 4 to go. We're just 2-0 behind. It would be one of the great things if we could just see Stockbridge nick 1 before the end of the half. Could give us a bit of hope that there is a comeback to come, but haven't shown too much sign of it. As Hogg has the ball now, and Hogg is going to look for the run of Dolman. Dolman might have beaten up him there. And it just goes inside the box, and Hitchcock, who's shown really good awareness there to come out well after his goal and claim it, with Dolman being the next man on. I think Dolman was actually offside though, so it would not have counted even if he had got to the ball first. Also out in front of him, Hitchcock, and He's now going to send it long again. It's towards that left-hand side, towards where Dennison is. And Dennison will win the header, but it's only going to go back to Townsend here. Doncaster Rovers are 1-0 for Accrington Stanley in a local fixture. Townsend sent long. Zotos never going to win that header. Headed away by Walters, and Davis does when it gets it to Zotos, who looks to beat his man, but well won back by Walters, but then won back by Davis. Davis on the right-hand side tries to put the ball across, but it's a poor final pass, and it's Aldemir who intercepts, and it's cleared away. Blocked by Hogg, though, and then the long ball forward from Bridlington that gives it back to Townsend. It does seem like Davis and Zotos combining seems to be something that's working at the moment. And as Baker now has it over on this right-hand side, he's going to lose the ball. It goes to Zotos, who rolls away, and then he looks to turn around, and he's being blocked there, but then he's going to do a pass beyond over towards Davis, but O'Connor, and it's actually going to be a throw in here to Stocksbridge. Feels a handball on O'Connor. Going to the right-hand side here. It's going to be Aldemir's trying to challenge there, and eventually Bridlington out to get it. It's actually going to be Davis who's committed a foul there. I'm not sure what really for, but it's a free kick to Bridlington right next to their own corner flag. About a minute and 10 seconds left of added time in the first half. We're just seeing Luke Rawson come back, just looking like he was in the Tyson Fury boxing match last week. Got an eye patch, so we'll be if you've got a pirate joke for Luke Rawson, I think now's the time to do it. As Dolman has it on the left-hand side here. He cuts into the inside. Great work from Dolman. Dolman continuing to go forward. Been blocked off a few passes now, and that's really stopped that really having much momentum, that attack. But he is going to now pass it into the middle towards Hogg, who don't have great control first. It does head it beyond back to Dolman, though. Dolman looks for Tinker. Tinker has it on this left-hand side. He passes it into the middle to O'Connor. Opens up body. O'Connor takes a shot, blocked. Goes back to Dolman here. Dolman here. Back to O'Connor, who's moved on to the left wing. O'Connor tries to cross it. It's poor. It doesn't even make it into the box. And it's a hard time. It's 2-0 to Bridlington Town here. Yeah. Stockbridge have been poor. Bridlington took the lead through Ben Lewis. He scored one from inside the box. A full effort into the top of the net. And then a free header from Jack Walters from the corner made it 2-0. So it's Bridlington Town 2, Stockbridge Park Steels 0. And it's a lot for the Steels to do if they want to get anything out of this game. We'll see you in 15 minutes. Hello and welcome back here to the seaside for Bridlington Town versus Stocksbridge Park Steels. I'm Adam Allcroft, your commentator for this evening, and Jason Rawson, Carpet Fitter and Supply, is our sponsor. So, unfortunately, it's 2-0 to Bridlington. Luke Rawson has gone off with an eye socket injury. He's currently receiving treatment at a local medical facility. So we will hopefully wish for the best. We will try and keep you updated with that. We'll talk to Ian as well. Sean included. We are just getting ready for kick-off here. So what we need from the Steels is a big comeback. Ian Richards will have had them in. I think Ben Townsend will have probably led the team total the way he was getting so upset with things towards the end of the first half. And it's going to be a lot for Stocksbridge to do to get back into this one. 2-0 down. Ben goals from Ben Lewis and Jack Walters. The music is down. And the song "Don't Stop Me Now," but Stocksbridge will need to not. Well, we don't need them to do something and rather than stop. There was a joke in there initially, but I couldn't think of it as it's happening. Game has kicked off, so Stocksbridge Park Steels in the yellow shirt, blue shorts, and blue socks kicking from left to right, while Bridlington Town in the all red kit kicking from right to left. We'll just go through the teams in a minute because obviously we have seen there was one change in the first half for Stocksbridge. Stocksbridge on the attack here. Dorman puts a low cross in. Zotos just misses it, and he go. Oh no! Thought he was just going to go for a corner. Bridlington have done well to keep it in. Early little glimpse for Stocksbridge. Zotos just inches away there. And Zotos tried to get onto that pass and missed it as well. Going to go through to Hitchcock. It's unfortunate there for Stocksbridge. So the teams are as follows. So for Bridlington Town, it's James Hitchcock in goal, Ben Lewis, the goal scorer, Jack Walters, the other goal scorer. Then it's Pete Davidson, James Williamson, Jack Bullis, Ali Aldemir, Ellis Barkworth, Lewis Dennison, Andy Norfolk, and George Harrison. Then it's Mark. Then the substitute bench is Mark Wayne, Tom Algar, Alex Markham, Glenn Sarney, and Finley Southcote. The team for Stocksbridge is as follows. It's Ben Townsend in goal, Bailey Ty Baker, Jack Tinker, Luke Hogg. Zotos might actually get on the right wing. We'll stop here. Zotos on the right wing, next to the box, looking to beat his man. Zotos, he's got an option of Baker. Zotos is going to put a high cross in. It's beyond everyone. Goes to O'Connor on the left-hand side, who does well to evade a man. Could have gone under the challenger. Tinker takes shot, and it's... It's actually... I'm not even sure if that went for a throw-in or a goal kick. They're saying it's goal kick. It may have actually been a throw-in. It's probably the worst shot you'll see all year. So, continue with the team for Stocksbridge. So, yes, I say it was Jack Tinker, Luke Hogg, Charlie Oakton, Jordan Nyman, who's the captain today, Curtis Davis, Alex O'Connor, Jack Dolman, who's come on for Luke Rawson, Thomas Poole, and Basil Zotos. The bench is Mikey Roxburgh, Riley DeSena, Ollie Novak, and Tommy Marshall. We've had a bit of a spit of rain there for a second. So, Hitchcock is going to take this. And we are getting bits of rain here. We're just trying to pull in. We haven't got much of a roof above us. We are quite forward in the stand, which means we are liable to the elements. Obviously not as bad as Stockton, where we got a few heavy showers at the very first game of the season. As it's Bridlington had a lot of time, but Dolman's done well to tackle. He's been forced backwards, only in the end he's just got to boot that one out. It's a throw into Bridlington in front of their own bench here. So it's Bridlington on the attack here. Just with Aldemir gets tackled by Tinker, but it only goes back to a midfielder, tries to find Harrison. Baker heads away. Harrison will chase that down, but Zotos actually wins it off him really well. Back to Baker, who sends it down. Look, but that's going to go out of play for a throw-in. I mean, North Ferriby have taken lead against Ossett. Tom Corner has scored. So it's back here for Walters to take the throw-in. Scored the second goal, free header inside the box. Goes beyond everyone that throw-in before... Or it's Oglesby can only try and tackle Aldemir because it's gone straight to him in the end. Aldemir on the left wing trying to get past Oglesby, puts the cross in. There's a box and there's appeal for a penalty as a Bridlington player goes down in the box, goes to the edge, looks for Norfolk, who curls it wide of the far post. Don't think it was one, a bit of a shove, but not enough, I don't think. And now it's a goal kick for Townsend to take. Lots of goals in the early start of the second half. Well, we've actually a bit delayed because of how long first half took here. Grantham Town have equalised against Ashington. Luke Hinsley has scored. North Ferriby taking the against Ossett. I've told you, Tom Corner. Ashton and then back ahead against Grantham. Sam Muggleton scored an own goal. And then Stockton ahead against Winterton. Clay Bryant own goal. Quite a few own goals. Goes through to Davis, who just feints and then he gets it back after Michelle. Evades the tackle, goes to Poole. Poole looks to get it to Dolman. Dolman allows it to go over and he's outside. Dolman into the box on that left hand side. Heavy first touch there, but he's forced to pass it back here to O'Connor. O'Connor on the left hand side, but he's going to lose the ball quite simply there. But then it's well swept away by Tinker, who looks to recycle play, gets it to Hogg, who sends off a Lemon, who pushes forward there. He's going to go down the right hand side. Got Zotos behind him as an option. He's going to find Zotos here. And Zotos wins it off the first tackle. Zotos still on the ball. Lays pass off to the side. Look for Poole, but Poole gets it. And then Bridlington's clearance comes off the referee. The second time the referee's been hit today. And I think that one's winded him a bit as well. Our referee today, Matty Wright. He's having to stretch a bit there. He think he took the brunt of that ball. And he looks like he'll get on with it though. Good old Matty Wright, the referee today, who thankfully we've not had to discuss that much, unlike some previous games that we've had. Higghouse have taken the lead against Pontefract. Mohamed Kassim has scored. Ball down long, headed on by Dennison. Tinker should have this one covered. He is able to touch it away, touch it over to O'Connor. O'Connor's going to run forward with it now, forced backwards and back to Hogg. First touch back to Tinker. Tinker cuts in and over to Hogg, and Hogg evades the tackle really well as he gets it back to Tinker. Tinker forced backwards and across it goes over to Lemon, through to Davis, then back over to Baker now. Gets it caught under his feet a bit. It's good job he wasn't being challenged. He still has it though. If he was being challenged, he'd have lost it. And then Davis tries to keep it in. It goes out of play though, and it's going to be a throw into Bridlington. Stocksbridge lose the ball in a bit of a daft way there. But 50 minutes gone in this game so far. It's 2-0 to Bridlington Town. And it's back here for Walter just to take this throw in. Long throw from him, gets it into the Stocksbridge half. Dennison, who's won every header today, gets it beyond man, but then Ogilvy comes over and just dukes that one out. It's going to be another throw, this time for Bridlington. See Hallam were 1-0 up in the game there, right? As Bridlington just took a shot from the edge of the area, but it's straight at Townsend. Shot was from Barkworth. Long ball going forward here. Bazzatos has a job to keep it in. He can't do so, as he almost ends up in the stand with us here. And it's another throw in basically the same position it was about a minute ago. As we're just waiting for the ball to return because he just got stuck under the fence. Jack Walters ain't getting it. And now Walters will take this throw. Down it goes. Headed beyond over to the left wing. Harrison looking to beat his man, but well in and cleared by Lemon. Norfolk stops that clearance, so it goes to Barkworth here, who turns and swivels on the spot. Back to Norfolk, who right-footed will send it over to the right wing. And they're looking to Kitten on the inside. Tinker gets one stabbing on Adamir, but Adamir keeps the ball and then pass it over to Lewis, who then gets it over to Adamir again. Forced all the way backwards, and back all it goes to Hitchcock here. Controls it, and then right-footed will send it long, gives it all the way to Walters, who through middle, and then straight pass over to Harrison. Harrison will now look to run his man, cuts in on the inside, looks for the overlap. It's a good-looking overlap, finding Dennison, who tries to put it across. It's a weak ball and cleared at the near post by Oglesby. Goes to the left wing now, still Bridlington here. Lewis has to pass it back, but that's been intercepted by Hogg in the end. Hogg will come forward with it, gives it to Poole. Poole turns, finds the runner Zotos on the right wing. Zotos running out. Here comes the cross from Zotos at the near post. Tried to be touched on by Dolman, but caught by Hitchcock. I say, like the first half, seems like most of the attacking opportunities are coming through Zotos. Just can see Sam Ewins has returned. Our physio, who was with Luke Rawson. Ball in the middle. Stocksbridge on the ball. Tinker will send a long ball forward. Dolman will chase this one. down, and he wins it first, Dolman. Dolman puts a cross in, no one's there for it, and Hitchcock will claim it. It's a good cross, but no matter how good you cross it, if no one's there to attack it, you're not going to find too much success with it. We're going to have stoppage just because of the Bridlington player struggling, but he looks like he will continue. We are getting, well, I think Peter Kidd say it's the fine rain that wets you through. As Hitchcock prepares to take goal kick, and he's going to be a substitute here for Bridlington. Pete Davidson is heading off. Tom Algar is replacing him.
Well,
So that's all in aid of Bridlington trying to keep hold of this game and make sure that they get all 3 points. They don't like Steels back in it, though. The Steels have not made a big case for getting back in it just yet. Hitchcock just has the ball. He rolls it out in front of him and sends it long now. Baker will head it away before it just returns to him, but then Hogg returns it back. Poole looks to control, touches it back to O'Connor, then back to Hogg. Hogg, right-footed, is blocked by Norfolk, and that could turn into attack, but well stopped by Dennis, by Oglesby as Dennison tried to get through. There is a Bridlington player down, but the game is continuing. Zotos on the right wing, got Baker as an option, tried to get it to him, but blocked by Harrison. It's going to be a throw-in, and it is going to be stoppage here for a Bridlington injury. The physio has been told not to come on for it. Just might have been actually a head injury, which would be the referee really should have stopped it if it had been his head injury. Sandy Norfolk, who now returns to his feet, and the game should be able to resume with this throw-in that Bailey Baker has. Yeah, I see. Baker gives it to Poole, gives it back to Baker, but then back to Hogg. Hogg looks to recycle it, tries to get it through to Poole, flicks it on and over to Baker. Baker puts the cross in first time, no one's really there, it's headed away at the near post anyway, and then Bridlington able to clear it properly away, but only goes back to Lemon, who takes a touch through to Hogg. Hogg forced backwards, goes to Baker. Baker takes the touch, he's going to continue forward, puts Soares to Davis, looks to turn, then Size goes to Tinker. Tinker opening his body up a bit, but instead he's going to spray it out over to the left-hand side here, and then looking for the run, Dolman, who's going to, I think, lose his physical battle, and it goes out for a goal kick in the end. 55 minutes gone in this game. It remains 2-0 to Bridlington. So, another substitution. So Tommy Marshall is coming on for Jack Tinker. So that's Tommy Marshall making his debut. He could make a real impression if he's the reason why Stocksbridge get back into this. Tinker going off. So what you're going to see is Dolman heading into left back, in a more normal position, while Zotos has moved over to left wing and Marshall on the right wing. Marshall just taking his first touches here. It's a pass looking for Davis, just a bit beyond him, and it's Bullis who sends that out of the stand. So we'll get to see how good Tommy Marshall is in a few moments. Nice idea with the pass, just didn't work, unfortunately, from Marshall there. Yeah, with Baker. Now, throws it into the middle to Davis, who've made a few tackles. Sideward pass to Poole, gives it back to O'Connor. O'Connor gives it left to Dolman, and Dolman is going to burst forward, lays it off to Zotos, who's going to try and cut in on the inside, lays it off for Davis, who's trying to get it back to Zotos. It bounces, Zotos does get it, looking to turn, he's been forced out here. Zotos turns well, gets it beyond, puts the ball across, and it's cleared away by Williamson. It's a good crossing, but a good move from Zotos initially to create it. Over on the left-hand side, throw in here, and then trying to get into the box, and But then Bridlington goes to actually charged down by Paul. Goes to Davis. Davis takes a shot. And it's just wide. It should be 2-1, but it's actually took a deflection. It's a corner kick. Closest we've seen Stocksbridge get to a goal. Curtis Davis almost with his first for the club. Poole here with a corner. No. Oh, I thought that one was going to nestle in the bottom corner then. That may have been more hope than judgment, though. Poole with the corner. Taken, looking for the far post here, but it's going to go beyond everyone and out for a goal kick. God, there's a mad scoreline happening. Swindon Town of the league are facing Aldershot, and Aldershot are winning 7-0. And it's at Swindon. That is an absolute, just a mad scoreline. That's not what you would expect. Ball goes long here, but headed away by Baker. Marshall chasing after it, but I think he might go out before he can get to it. Does, and will be Bridlington's throw. 59 minutes in this game gone. Remains 2-0 to Bridlington. Throwing going down the line, and Phineas can only hit it out. Give me another throwing right in front of us here. Been some sending off to tell you about. Paul Van Zandvliet has been sent off for Ashington in their game against Grantham. And Jazz Goundry has been sent off for Gunsborough in their game against Hebburn. Maybe Stocksbridge won't have a red card in this game. It's been a while. As Dennison goes down the left-hand side and it cuts in on the inside, but good tackle from Davis there. Goes back now to Townsend. Townsend will roll it out of his box. Lays it short to Oglesby. Now going to look to get crossfield, but it's behind everyone, that ball, and it's going to be a throw-in. So Walters will come to take this throw-in. Walters takes the throw, and it's headed on by Dennison. He goes middle, it's flicked on. Harrison trying to get the run on it, but Lemon will get there first. Lemon looks to turn and turns well, he does, but then he's robbed of the ball as he gives it to Baker, and then Stockbridge get it back with Bridlington then have it back, and then eventually it's back with Dolman, and then Townsend only slices it. It's not properly away even yet, but then Hoggs won a good physical battle, and he's going to be the man to get it away. Gets it to Curtis Davis, running across midfield. Great pass to find O'Connor. O'Connor then, I think, misses the pass he could have got to Zotos. Instead, he gives it to Dolman. Dolman comes forward, lays it off for Zotos here. Zotos having to fight to keep it in. He does do so. Faces up with his fullback, but then loses out to Aldemir, who clears it away. Goes back to O'Connor. Goes across to Davidson. Then over to Lemon. Lemon carries it through here to Poole, and Poole is going to spread it out wide now to Baker. Stocksbridge looking for a hole in the Bridlington defence. Back to Lemon, who's pushed forward. Touch trying to get wide, but he's going to get robbed of that fall, and then Bridlington clear it away. Dennison's going to try and get the counter into King beyond Oglesby. He's doing a good job. He's kept it in really well, Dennison. As I say that, the referee says it's actually gone out of play. I think the referee got that one wrong, but I'm going to take it. But Bridlington are going to make a substitution. George Harrison's played his final strum of this game, and he will head off. And it's like it's Glenn Sarney coming on for George Harrison. So back for Baker to take this throw in. Hopes of a comeback are diminishing as minutes go on. Back with Luke Hogg now, who tries to get out to the left-hand side, but that pass is in the middle of both Dolman and Zotos, so it's going to go out for a throw-in right in front of that Stockbridge bench. But it is going to be Bridlington's throw. Grantham have equalised against Ashington. They took advantage of the man advantage already. Greg Smith scoring. Big throw down line, they can be intercepted by O'Connor, who carries it forward, trying to lay through the pass to Poole, who's going that horizontal. Got the overlap of Baker to find, and he is getting it to Baker. Baker cuts in inside. Back to Hogg it goes. Hogg looking to get through the middle, gives it to O'Connor here. O'Connor will look for the run of Baker. Baker, it's not a great passer, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. So, in a local fixture, Sheffield Wednesday are losing 1-0 to Bristol City. Rob Dickey has scored that. And Hitchcock will now take this. 63 minutes gone in this game. There's a long ball from Hitchcock. Going down. Hogg looks to win the header, but Norfolk heads it on him towards Sani, but then it is tackled, and now with O'Connor. O'Connor will go over to Dolman. Dolman pass it through to Zotos. Zotos takes it beyond his man. He's rolled down as he does so, and it's a free kick to Stocksbridge. And a yellow card there for Ben Lewis. Poole will have a chance to put a ball into the box. It's right next to the edge of the pitch here. So, wait to see what lots of players forward. Jordan Lemon's who's not in the box, is the one shouting at them all. Here comes a long one. It's looking for that far post, and it goes to Davis, who can't get it under control, or else he'd have peeled off into some good space there. Bridlington clear, but O'Connor gets first touch onto it. But then Lemon's going to do well to keep it in, and he does. Gets it back to Townsend, who carries it forward. Then across over to Dolman it goes. Dolman just will now send it long over the top, looking for Marshall on this left-hand side, who loses that physical battle. Now back to Hitchcock, won by Hogg. Gives it to Davis. Lays it off for Baker. Davis is offering us another option again, and Davis on this right-hand side. Gets it beyond here to Marshall. Marshall down towards the corner flag, puts across in, it's blocked, and it's going to be a corner kick to Stocksbridge. Stocksbridge had a few corners so far in this game, just not been able to make anything out of them as yet. In the local FA Cup fixture, Stockport County have got on 3-1 up. Kyle Wootton has the hat-trick. And Accrington Stanley have equalised against Doncaster Rovers. Andrews has scored. Here comes the corner from Poole. It's out to the box. Hawks. Davis here will get it back to Poole, but it's a poor pass, and it's out for a Bridlington throw-in. 65 minutes gone in this game. And well, Sheffield United are 1-0 up against Wolves. Cameron Archer has scored. That might be Sheffield United's first win of the season. They have been here before, though. Tottenham scored 97th, 99th minute, was it? Lemon here will get it sideways, and O'Connor will race onto it, and it's a poor pass from O'Connor, intercepted, and now back with Hitchcock. Poole challenges Hitchcock's first touch wasn't great, but the second touch just boosts that one away. Gets it almost into the rugby ground here. Out for a throw now, and Dolman here on the left-hand side. Dolman bursting down the sideline and goes through it, but Bridlington have tackled, and Bridlington will clear, but it's only out away. Oh, look, here comes the helicopter. That's my ride home, that. It's come a bit too early. I told them at 5 o'clock rather than half 4. You know, these helicopter companies, sends it long here, looking for Marshall, but Bullis heads it away, and it's going to go out for a throw-in on this left-hand side. Dolman comes up to take the throw. Looking here for a run there of O'Connor, who had appealed to handball, not given. Spread out here towards Lemon. Lemon first touch pass to Baker. Lots of men in the box for Baker to aim at. Here comes the cross, blocked at the near post, and it's going to be a throw-in here on the right-hand side. Baker takes it quickly towards Lemon. Allows it to roll behind him, and then switches it over to Oglesby, on the left-hand side. And then over to Zotos. Zotos is going to look to beat his man. Beats 1, beats 2. Looking to beats 3. So about the shot, takes a shot now, and then deflected just over the bar. Fantastic from Basil Zotos, who beat 3 men before his shot was deflected well over the bar. And every Stocksbridge player is currently in the Bridlington half, even Townsend, who's, who I think if it was up to him, he would already be in the box trying for the header. Here comes Poole's corner. He's going to take it, looking for it in the box, flown away by Hitchcock, and then somehow skied at the far post. It's Oglesby at the far post who skied it. I know it should have been 2-1 and 1 back for Stocksbridge. Stockport are now 4-1 up on Worksop. Wootton has scored again. And it's going to be Stocksbridge's last substitute. It's going to be Ollie Novak coming on. And he's going to be coming on for Bailey Ty Baker. So I'm going to be interested to see how Stocksbridge are setting up for the rest of this game. So 69 minutes gone in this game. So it looks like we're just trying to see how this formation is working now. It looks a bit like a 3-3-4 formation with Marshall working centre forward. So as Bridlington trying to launch attack, but it's well covered by Lemon, pass it back to Townsend, who clears upfield as the rain just comes down a bit more here. And it goes out of play. As the commentator gets involved, I've just punched the ball away. So almost an £800 laptop in the bin. So Ben Lewis is just coming off there. That's going to be the left substitute for Bridlington. Alex Markham coming on. So it's Markham on. So Bridlington's last substitute. All substitutes on. These are the 2 11s that will finish the game, barring red cards. And with Stocksbridge's form this year, I'd count. You'd probably count on a red card, even if it might not be one, really. Bridlington again. Sani's won that physical battle on the left, beats his man there, gets it to Dennison, who cuts in. Dennison moving forward, flashes across goal, and then it's actually going to go to Zotos, like a good pass, and Zotos is going to try and get up to full speed down the left wing. He's beat one man here for pace. Someone's tried to haul him down, and he can't do so. He's going to try continue going down. He's going to cut in on the inside, Zotos, and then he's hauled down, and it's going to be a free kick on the edge of the box. So for a very dangerous free kick. This is full position, I'd say, for a cross even come shot. So big chance for Stocksbridge here. Poole will be looking to try and whip this towards the far post. That's where Ollie Novak is as well. Here it comes, looking for the far post, not far off at all. So now it's a goal kick here. "77 minutes gone, for only 30 minutes plus whatever out of time left to do anything in this game. As Hitchcock takes his time taking the goal kick. And here he goes, eventually taken. Wins by Novak, wins ahead, and Marshall's going to see if he can chase onto this, bullish onto it first. Pass it back to Hitchcock, not a great one. Marshall trying to challenge, Hitchcock has to go out, he can only kick it out for a throw-in. So if he could take it quickly, might be able to catch him out of position, but it's not taken quickly. Lemon throws it out to Hogg. Hogg will look to switch play towards Dolman, but he's being intercepted. And this could be it, because it's Adamir who's got bags of pace, who's bearing down on goal. He's going one-on-one with Townsend, takes a shot. It's in the bottom corner. Bridlington are 3-0 up, and it's going to be a win for the Seasiders. It's one pass that's been intercepted. Has shown great to go beyond the Stocksbridge defence, and that's going to be it for today, I'm sure. 3-0. It's going to be one of the worst defeats of Ian Richards' reign. It's a very, very poor performance from Stocksbridge today. And, well, the look of some of the Stocksbridge players just tells you everything, I think. What? And it looks like if things aren't already going bad enough, Jack Dolman has looked like he's pulled a muscle, and we're going to be down to 10 men for the rest of the game. So it's just a very, very bad day at the office for Stocksbridge. And what can you say after with this?
Do you know the name players? They need to change them out to black because you can hardly see them.
So that Dolman is heading off, just confirmation of that. So Stocksbridge will be down to 10 men again, this time due to injury. Dolman, who came on as a substitute for the injured Luke Rawson. It's the thing. What we've said is that Ian Richards' sides, even when we've lost, are usually that just by 1 goal or 2 goals. This is one of the few times I think we've seen where Ian Richards' side has just been so comprehensively well beaten. And what's frustrating is it's by a side who, this is no offence to Bridlington, who are a good side, really well, but not a side challenging at the top of the table. A side that probably going to be towards the bottom with us at the moment. That's what's a bit upsetting at the moment, and what is going to be a real cause for concern. And it'll be interesting to see how Ian Richards responds it. Luke Hogg seems to have moved into defence here to cover, but at this point, does it matter? Anyway, it's with Walters. You can throw down the line, and Hogg will chest it down, but it goes to Sarnoon. Then knocks on by Algar here, and it could be Bridlington are in again. Dennison on the left-hand side, putting a cross over the top, and then finish at the bottom. It's 4-0 Bridlington. Adamir has scored again. It's one of Stocksbridge's worst defeats under Ian Richards. I think it's actually Ian Richards' worst defeats now. Aldemir scores his second, and it's a nightmare on the coast for the Steels. That's just poor defending there, and, well, what can you say to that? I mean, it's Stockbridge's worst loss since the 3-0 loss to Ashington in the FA Cup replay last season. I'm trying to think of the last time we've lost by 4 goals. It's a long time ago, is what I can say. That. So back, Stocksbridge will resume play. That is pretty much game over at this point, though. North Ferriby are 3-1 up on Ossett United. Annie Earl has scored. And Doncaster Rovers are 2-1 up on Accrington from someone very familiar to Stocksbridge. Harrison Biggins has scored for Doncaster. O'Connor here takes a touch. Well, going to be on to Bull and trying to turn, but then cleared away. Only gone into the middle. Stops trying to win it in midfield, and it goes now to Marshall. Marshall evades the tackle, lays it back to O'Connor. O'Connor then back over to the right-hand side to Novak. Novak looking to beat the man to the right-hand side. Puts crossing blocked. It's going to be a corner to Stocksbridge. So just pull over to take this corner now. Looking for consolation at this point. Last time Stockbridge conceded 4 was into Worksop Town last season at Stanley Lane. Ball goes across, but it's out of the box. Here go to O'Connor, who's going to take a shot. It's blocked. O'Connor will get it back. Lays off for Zotos here, who is going to try and look to turn. He's got O'Connor as an overlap option, but Zotos can only be forced backwards here. Eventually, Zotos is able to turn himself and go down the left. He passes it back now. Oh, and then beats man, but then O'Connor's posse is blacked, and he's forced backwards here, further backwards, and now all the way back to Townsend. Townsend then will big boot up forward. Zotos offside, and he can't challenge for it. Marshall will try to challenge for it though, but it's been well robbed and booted away. It's actually gone out for a throw-in, I think. For that. And it's just on that throw-in on this left-hand side here. So last time Stocksbridge lost by this margin was in April 2022 against Liversidge, a 5-0 loss at their place. One that was a poor performance there as well, with Lewis Witham having a great game against us from memory. And it's just another one of those really poor performances today. To the left side, Zotos beat man, stumbles a bit. Almost goes through, going to be knocked out, going to be a corner kick. Bridlington are screaming as if it's 0-0 still, rather than winning 4-0. If it goes in, it's not going to make a big deal to the final outcome of this game, really. It is 79 minutes gone. I suppose there are 11 minutes left. Here comes a corner kick for the near post, headed away though by Norfolk. Going to go all the way back to Lemon, who gives it over to Poole on the left-hand side, right-footed in, goes to flicked on, and then missed there by O'Connor at the far post. Offside flag had gone up anyway. There's a very sarcastic cheer from someone. I can't even tell if it's a Stocksbridge fan or a Bridlington fan. Apparently it's a ball boy. Something's gone on with North Ferriby and Ossett. Emma Birchall's just been sent off for North Ferriby, but immediately after, Harry Coates has been sent off for Ossett. I wonder if there's been some scrapping going on. Ball was going long to Sarni, but there's been a push on him, so it's going to be a free kick to Bridlington. It looks like John Lemon's had a talking. He said too many words, and he's going to get
Card?
It's a red card for Jordan Lemon. He must have said something really bad then in the dissent. I mean, that's one to get home. But Jordan Lemon has just been sent off. Stocksbridge Park Steels are down to 9 men for the second time this season. I think that was dissent. A straight red for dissent is not something you see very often. One of those that off the field you can't really judge until you hear the comments from the referee afterwards. Because, well, just because we didn't hear it, we don't know what he said. You can get sent off for certain things you say under dissent, but you don't know, and we don't know what's being said. We can't hear it. It's just, and it's a free kick to Bridlington on the left-hand side now after a foul. And now it's just becoming probably the worst day possible for Stocksbridge. It's a free kick to Bridlington on this left-hand side now. Can it get even worse? At the moment, you think it might well do. Here comes the cross in. So at the top of everyone touched on, and then Sarni almost gets onto it. It's a bit hacked away by Davis a bit. And then eventually Poole wins it, and Poole will clear it. But it's just going to go back to Barkworth now. Barkworth has a bit of control. He's going to carry on going forward. No one's really challenging him. As it now heads over to the right wing, and then back to Barkworth it goes. Up through the middle now, and still with Bridlington. And it's going to go back into their own defence here. Just Bridlington continuing to pass it about amongst their own defence. They switch play here, looking for Norfolk on the left-hand side. Back it goes to Walters now. And now it back into Bridlington defence. Pontefract Collieries have equalised against Brighouse. That's from the spot. Adam Hoare has scored that. And now there's been another vicious late challenge there. Could we see another red card for Stocksbridge? Or is the referee going to feel sorry for us? Trying to see what the decision is going to be. I'll miss that. Look at that. It's going to be a yellow card here for Thomas Poole. Probably maybe a bit lucky there. That was a tackle of pure frustration. In the FA Cup, Stockport County are 5-1 up on Worksop. And Accrington have equalised against Doncaster Rovers. Right-footed ball in, looking for Sarni over on the left-hand side, but head away by Hogg, and it's going to be a corner. Wolves have equalised against Sheffield United. That might deny them their first win of the season. It's a corner here for Bridlington. It comes looking for the far post. Headed to the side and still in the box. Bridlington turn shoot, blocked. And then Stocksbridge clear it away and then skied and into the netting behind the goal. Stockton are 2-0 up on Winston Rangers. Kevin Hayes scored. Back for Townsend now to take this goal kick. 84 minutes gone in this game. It is 4-0 to Bridlington Town. And a Stockbridge performance that is one of the worst I think I may have seen in the last few years. Long ball forward here. Headed on, and Zatos will look to keep it in. He can't do so. It's going to go out for a throw-in to Bridlington. I think there's some frustration there from Andy Ring here on the Stocksbridge bench. And I think took us. And now Thomas Poole, I think, must have said something because he's now got a booking and he's off. Stocksbridge Park Steels are now down to 8 men. And Thomas Poole, I think that must be dissent as well. And it's just, what is happening today? What really, really is happening? And now Bridlington, well, the Seagulls are shouting very angrily here, and well, everyone's just, this isn't anger, I think, at the moment. It's just despondency. And Stockbridge, the second time this season, they've had 2 players sent off. I think that one was for dissent as well. Townsend there's a free kick to Stocksbridge now and all that. Oh dear me. Townsend just taking some time with it, waiting for him to get the ball. I think even Townsend. So Townsend will send this one long. Looking to get to Novak on the left-hand side, but it's just going to bounce for everyone, go out. It's actually going to, I think Novak's committed a foul in that. It's going to be a free kick here for Bridlington. We're ticking down the clock, really, to see when the same game ends. I'm actually hoping that he just gives no added time for this, because let's be honest, there wouldn't be much point for it. 87 minutes gone in this game. Stocksbridge with 8 men on the pitch. 1 out, gone because of injury. 2 due to red cards. Both due to dissent. That's a problem. And what's concerning is that it's not even the younger players in the squad, it's the 2 veterans I think you'd expect to lead things and not get drawn into the shouting, swearing matches. Well, I suppose it could be worse. Lincoln United 9, Coventry United 0. So, you know, right, let's look at the silver linings. There's been a foul against Sarni there, and it's going to be a Bridlington throw-in. Bridlington just happy to pass it in their midfield now. Just keep this going on for as long as they want. Just put us out of our misery at this point. Oh, here it. Walters on the left-hand side here, going forward with it. And 1-2 gets it back. Then back to Norfolk, who's in defence at the moment for Bridlington. Just in with Williamson now. And in Norfolk's just sound keep it. And in fairness, they're probably going to keep it for the rest of the game at this point. Because it's going to go over to Norfolk. So you're that 4 minutes added time for this game. I don't see any reason why, as Hogg just committed a foul, and now it's going to be taken quickly look for Sarni, but blocked. And then is Hogg going to get booked for it? I'd be surprised if I got booked in for that, just because. Here we go on the left side. Walters goes it to Sarni, who's been pressured, and then he goes out for a throw-in for Stocksbridge. So back here for Hogg, and back to Townsend now, who I will say, to put Ben Townsend's credit, that none of the goals were his fault. You always sometimes look badly on a goalkeeper when you see 4 goals conceded. I don't think you can blame him for anyone, and you can't blame him for lack of caring either, because he has been as upset as anyone about this. It's Novak just on the ball on the left-hand side, who's now going to send it long, looking for Marshall, touch beyond him, and then goes up back to Hitchcock. Back in defence currently with Bridlington. Richard, Poole was a second yellow, so that will be 1 game suspension. A lot of players out with suspension at the moment. They'll be free for Saturday's game against North Ferriby. As Walter sends on long, goes to Oglesby, passes it sideways. As it's just going Stockbridge trying to get it down that left-hand side, but in the end, passes over long and going to go out for a goal kick. And it's going to be out here for Hitchcock to take. Sorry, with Walters right now. And it's going to be passed amongst the defence now. Norfolk is in central defence of Bridlington, really. And he just passed about this. The game has the pace of a snail who's on his day off. Long ball forward. Oglesby will cover it, and it's going to go back to Townsend. And he's going to run to escape his man, and eventually he chips it over towards Davis, who has been a bright spot in this game, I will say. And he's going to look for a pass to find the runner Marshall, and it's a good pass to Marshall on the right wing here. Marshall does lose that battle, but it is going to be a Stocksbridge throw-in. I am going to try and find a few positives as we actually end the game. Basil Zotos, who's had quite a bit of criticism for his performance, has been where most of our opportunities have come from. Curtis Davis has been bright in his first 90 minutes. It's actually the players I'm more used to that I think have let us down today. To O'Connor, back to Zotos, and to O'Connor again. O'Connor did it back to Zotos, and Zotos is going down the byline. He's not really on it in the box to aim at, and he loses the ball there. And then Bridlington clear away. Goes to Hogg here. Who's going to get sideways to Davis. Davis, so he does add a bit of speed into the midfield, and he's going to let off for Novak. Novak's going to push forward with it on that left-hand side. Novak with a big turn of pace. Novak looking to get the cross in, but he's been blocked off by 2 players, and he's not really got much help. He's going to now pass it back towards Davis, and Davis is trying to open his body up, but he has to pass it back to Hogg now. And now it's going to be full time. There's honestly not much more you can say to that than the scoreline. Bridlington Town 4, Stocksbridge Park Steels 0. A very, very poor game from the Steel. 2 players sent off, Thomas Bull and Jordan Lemon, both given reds. It's both for dissent. One a straight red for Jordan for the dissent, really a second bookable offence. And it's Stockbridge's worst defeat in 18 months. It's Ian Richards' second worst defeat as manager. And it's gonna we'll see what happens in the next one. We'll see you on Saturday for North February, where we're going to need a performance about 20 times better than this. We will see you then. Thank you very much for everyone listening, and thank you for sticking with us for the full 90 minutes, because I think I'd have struggled to stick with us for the full 90 minutes for this one. And we will see you in a week's time. Can only get better.